Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another cozy episode of Easivia English. I'm Mia.
And I'm Leo. And honestly, I am having the most chaotic morning ever.
Uh-oh, what happened? You look like you woke up on the wrong side of the bed today.
More like the wrong side of the universe, Mia. So last night, I was up way too late working on a new lo-fi music track. I was obsessing over the technical details, trying to reduce the harshness around 3 to 6 kilohertz and keeping the warmth right around 150 to 400 hertz. Oh, my brain was just completely fried.
Oh, I know that feeling. When you focus so hard on tiny details, your brain just stops working the next day.
Exactly. So I woke up late, I rushed out of bed, and apparently I put my shirt on inside out. But that's not even the worst part.
Oh no, there's more?
Yes, I was so sleepy that I put salt in my morning coffee instead of sugar. Salt, Mia, it was an absolute disaster.
Leo, I am so sorry, but that is hilarious. Poor you. But that brings up a great question for our listeners. Have you ever felt like that, guys? Have you ever felt like the whole universe is just playing a joke on you and nothing is going right? If you have, please let me know I'm not alone. Give me a quick digital high five by hitting that like button right now. I really need some good energy today. Yes, hit like to send Leo some love. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe to join our Easivia English family. We are a safe space where we learn English, share our silly mistakes, and grow together every single week.
So, since my day started like a comedy movie, today's topic is actually perfect. We are talking about how to be positive every day, even when you accidentally drink salty coffee.
Exactly. Being positive doesn't mean you never have bad days. It's about how you handle them. And pay close attention, because by the end of this video, we are going to share a secret 1-minute habit. It's a tiny, powerful trick you can do every morning to completely turn a bad day around.
A 1-minute secret? Oh, I definitely need that today. Let's get right into it.
So, Leo, before we talk about how to be positive, we need to clear up a very big misunderstanding, and it starts with your chaotic morning.
Oh, trust me, the chaos didn't stop at the salty coffee. Right after that, I was trying to create a video for our channel. I wanted a cinematic close-up in 4K resolution size 9:16. I spent almost an hour trying to get the prompt right for that soft, natural lighting and a shallow depth of field, but the AI just kept giving me the weirdest results. I wanted to throw my computer out the window. I felt so angry at myself.
And that is exactly what I want to talk about. When you felt angry, did you try to force yourself to smile and say, everything is awesome?
Well, yeah, I tried to take a deep breath and pretend I wasn't annoyed, but honestly, it just made my head hurt even more.
Exactly. Guys, listen to this carefully. Sometimes the internet tells us we have to be happy 24/7. That is called toxic positivity. It means pretending everything is fine when it's really not. But here is the truth. It is completely okay not to be okay.
Really? But I thought today's episode was about being positive. If I'm allowed to be grumpy about my terrible video edits and my salty coffee, isn't that the opposite of being positive?
Not at all. True positivity starts with honesty. If you are having a bad day or if you feel overwhelmed, you have to accept it first.
Overwhelmed. That's a great word for our listeners. Let's spell that out. It means feeling like you have too much to deal with and you just can't handle it, right?
Spot on. Like when you were learning English and suddenly there are too many grammar rules, new words, and you can't remember anything. You feel completely overwhelmed.
Oh, I know our listeners have felt that before. Have you ever felt overwhelmed studying English, guys? If you have, don't worry. It's perfectly normal.
It is. And when you feel that way, the worst thing you can do is hide it. In English, we call this bottling up your emotions.
Bottling up? Like putting something inside a bottle and closing the lid tightly?
Yes! Imagine shaking a bottle of soda and keeping the lid on. What happens?
Boom! It explodes everywhere. Probably all over my nice clean shirt, the one I already put on inside out.
Exactly. So instead of bottling up your emotions, you need to let it out. Say it out loud. I am having a bad day and I feel stressed.
Let it out. I like that. So I can just say, I am really frustrated with this 4K video project and I hate salty coffee.
Yes! Doesn't that feel a little better already? I love to think about emotions like clouds in the sky. Your mind is the blue sky, and your bad feelings are just dark clouds. They float in, they make things a little gloomy, but eventually they will float away. You are not the cloud. You are the sky.
Wow, Mia, you are not the cloud, you are the sky. That is really beautiful. I think I need to write that down.
It helps a lot. Now, let's do a quick speaking practice with our Easivia English family. Wherever you are right now, whether you are walking, driving, or washing the dishes, I want you to pause the video and repeat this sentence after me. Ready?
I am allowed to feel upset, but I won't stay upset.
Let's try it one more time. Speak loudly and confidently.
I am allowed to feel upset, but I won't stay upset. Fantastic job, guys! You see, by letting it out, you give yourself the space to breathe. And once you can breathe, you can start turning things around. Okay, so I've let out my frustration about my crazy morning. The dark clouds are floating away. But how do I bring the sunshine back?
That brings us to our next step.
The power of reframing.
All right, so we just talked about letting your emotions out. Now let's talk about what happens next. It's a magical little tool called reframing.
Reframing? Like putting a new wooden frame around an old photograph?
Exactly like that. Imagine you have a painting. If you put a dark, heavy frame around it, the picture looks gloomy. But if you put a bright, colorful frame around it, the exact same picture suddenly looks cheerful. You didn't change the picture, you just changed how you look at it.
I see. And I actually really need this today. Honestly, part of the reason my morning was so chaotic is my schedule. I was looking at my wall calendar earlier, and I literally took a bright yellow highlighter and marked every single day from August 29th to September 2nd. I have this massive project happening then, and just seeing that giant block of yellow ink made me panic.
That makes total sense, Leo. Seeing a packed calendar is definitely stressful. But let's try to reframe it right now. How could we put a positive frame around those highlighted dates?
Well, instead of thinking, oh no, I am going to be exhausted from August 29th to September 2nd, maybe I could think, wow, I have a very clear plan, and after September 2nd, I will have accomplished something huge.
Yes! Boom! That is reframing. You still have to do the work, but your energy completely changes.
You know what? I actually did a little bit of accidental reframing this morning without realizing it.
Oh? Tell me.
So I was so distracted by my schedule and the terrible salty coffee that when I left my apartment, I walked straight into the wrong elevator. I pressed the button, the doors closed, and I realized I was going up instead of down. I was about to get so mad, but then I looked down.
What was there?
The fluffiest, happiest golden retriever puppy in the world. He just looked up at me, wagged his tail, and licked my hand. Honestly, it was the best elevator ride of my life. If I hadn't made that stupid mistake, I wouldn't have met that puppy.
Oh my goodness, I love that. And that brings us to a beautiful English idiom. Every cloud has a silver lining.
A silver lining. Let me guess. If my bad morning is the dark cloud, then the puppy was the silver lining, the bright, shiny edge of the cloud where the sun is trying to peek through.
Exactly. A silver lining is the little bit of good hidden inside a bad situation. Just like learning English. Have you ever made a really embarrassing grammar mistake in front of a native speaker?
Oh, plenty of times.
Well, the dark cloud is that you feel embarrassed, but the silver lining is that you will probably never, ever make that same mistake again because you remember it so well.
That is so true. It's all about how we choose to react. We cannot control the traffic. We cannot control the weather. And I clearly cannot control my ability to tell the difference between salt and sugar at 7 a.m., but I can control my reaction.
That is a very powerful sentence, Leo. Let's have our Easivia English family practice that one. Everyone, pause the podcast for a second, stand up straight, and say this with confidence. Ready? I control my reaction.
Keep your head high and try it again. I control my reaction.
Great job. And hey, while you have your phone or keyboard in your hand, let's do a quick check. If you are still listening and practicing with us right now, go down to the comments and type the word SMILE in all capital letters.
Yes, drop a smile in the comments so we know who our most dedicated learners are today. We read every single one and it honestly makes our day.
So, we've learned to let our feelings out, and we've learned how to reframe them to find the silver lining. What is the final step to being positive every day, Leo?
I think it's time to talk about finding joy in the little things.
You hit the nail on the head, Leo. The final step is all about finding joy in the little things. We call this the gratitude habit.
Gratitude. That means being thankful, right?
Exactly. Sometimes when one big thing goes wrong, like your whole morning routine falling apart, our brains act like a magnifying glass. We zoom in on the bad stuff and we completely ignore the good stuff.
Oh, I do that all the time. When I tasted that salty coffee, I felt like my whole day was ruined. But now that I think about it, I was listening to a really chill lo-fi track that I made. The weather outside was beautiful, and I met a puppy.
See, you had so many good things happening at the exact same time. Practicing gratitude means choosing to look at the beautiful weather instead of the salty coffee. And guys, this is so important for your English journey too.
Oh, how so?
Well, a lot of learners focus on what they did wrong. They think, oh no, I forgot the past tense of that verb. My English is terrible. But what if you practice gratitude instead?
I see. Instead of being sad about one mistake, you could think, wow, I am so grateful that I just had a 5-minute conversation in a completely different language.
Yes, be grateful for your courage. Be proud that you opened your mouth and tried. Your brain is like a plant. If you water it with negative thoughts, it stops growing. If you water it with gratitude, it blooms.
Water it with gratitude. I love that. So let's do a quick speaking practice with our listeners. Pause the audio and repeat this sentence. I choose to focus on the good. Ready? I choose to focus on the good. Perfect. Now, speaking of focusing on the good, I think it is time to reveal our secret tip.
Oh yes, the 1-minute secret habit. I have been waiting for this since the beginning of the episode. Tell me, Mia, how do I save my chaotic days? It is very simple, but it feels a little silly at first. It's called the mirror affirmation.
Mirror affirmation? Like talking to myself in the bathroom mirror?
Exactly. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, I want you to walk to the mirror, look yourself right in the eyes, give yourself a big, goofy smile, and say one positive sentence out loud.
Even if I'm wearing my shirt inside out?
Especially if you are wearing your shirt inside out. You can say something like, today is going to be a good day, or I am doing my best, and that is enough. It takes less than 1 minute, but it completely rewires your brain with positive energy before you even step out the door.
You know what? I am going to try that tomorrow. I might feel ridiculous, but I think it will actually make me laugh and start the day right.
I promise it works. All right, before we say goodbye, let's do a super quick recap of the 3 important phrases we learned today to keep our positivity strong.
I've got this. Number 1, when you feel like you have too much to handle, you feel overwhelmed. And when you feel that way, don't keep it inside. You have to let it out. Perfect. Number 2, when something bad happens, reframe it and look for the good inside the bad. Look for the silver lining. And number 3, practice the gratitude habit. Water your brain with positive thoughts and try the mirror affirmation.
You are a fantastic student today, Leo. Now, it's time for our Easivia English family to do some homework. Don't worry, it's the fun kind.
Yes, we want to hear from you. Head down to the comments right now and practice your writing skills. Here is your question. What is one small thing that made you smile today?
Maybe it was a good song, a delicious breakfast, or even just listening to this podcast. Write it in English in the comments below. We read every single one, and we love seeing your progress.
And if you enjoyed spending time with us today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to officially join the Easivia English family. We are here every single week, sharing stories, making silly mistakes, and growing together.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Always remember, communication, not perfection. Mistakes are your friends, and tomorrow is a brand new day.
Stay positive, keep practicing, and double check your sugar jar before making coffee. See you next time, guys.
Bye, everyone.